Hello, it's Elisa here. So today I have a question and answer type of video, and I just finished answering all of your questions from last month. And I got this one question about how to stop feeling guilty after you have eaten maybe a lot of food, and then you feel guilty and you feel you have to do something to make up for it. So how to stop feeling guilty? And I think everybody will feel guilty in recovery, because this is the eating disorder that's making you feel guilty. And I think one of the best things that helped me to kind of reduce the guilt feelings was to learn how to separate myself from the eating disorder voice, because feeling guilty and anxious about food and eating, about your body, and all the thoughts that make you feel negative and make you feel like shit are your eating disorder thoughts. These are not your thoughts from your heart or from your intuition, or that are loving and caring and rational thoughts. So one of the best things is to learn how to separate yourself from the eating disorder voice, because the eating disorder is like an abusive partner. And why should you listen to what some abuser tells you? Why should you do it? And the eating disorder recovery is the same way. The eating disorder is the abusive partner to you, and why should you respond to it? Or why should you trust anything that it says to you? You shouldn't. And so how to do this separation kind of exercise? For example, you can take a journal, you can write down all of the thoughts, all of the guilt feelings you have. So take a piece of paper or a journal or a diary and write down everything that's in your head. Maybe it comes like after eating, or when you have like a bad body image day, then just journal and write everything down. And just by doing this exercise, what happens is that when our thoughts are just in our head, and they can just like be, I don't know, rushing around, and we are overthinking, and it's kind of subconscious because of our eating disorder past. All of these thoughts are kind of subconscious, and you don't even realize how abusive are those thoughts, what you think about yourself every day. But when you write it down, then writing it down is kind of like a conscious action. So you take all of the thoughts, the bullshit thoughts from your subconscious, and you bring it to your consciousness by writing them down. And then when you write them down, then even this can be like a big wake-up call to you when you see that, oh my god, I can't even believe that this is me who has all of these negative, shameful, blameful, abusive thoughts. I would never tell those things to somebody I love. I would never tell my best friend some of these things. But why do I tell those things to myself? And when you write it down, it can be a big wake-up call that, oh my god, I'm not this kind of person. I would not do this or speak to anybody else this kind of way, and I don't want to be this kind of person. So yeah, write it down, and then at first maybe you realize that all of these thoughts are eating disorder thoughts, and none of these thoughts are coming from your heart, from your intuition, from your inner knowledge. Like, all of these thoughts are just eating disorder bullshit. So what do you do then? And what really helped me was to, I also explained this kind of exercise in my book as well, how I learned to separate myself from the eating disorder, was to like write down what the eating disorder is telling you. Maybe the eating disorder is telling you that, oh my god, you ate so much today, you are so fat, you should go and exercise. So maybe this is the abusive eating disorder thought you get. So write it down. And now write down by listening to your inner wisdom, your heart, your intuition, and think more rationally. Like, what would you say to somebody who is going through this in recovery? What would you say to your best friend? You can even ask, like, what would Elisa say? Because, for example, maybe you have seen my videos, and you would know that I would never say those types of things to anybody, but likely I would say that eating more in recovery is normal. You are not doing anything wrong by responding to your hunger. The extreme hunger or the overeating will pass in time. This is just a recovery phase. All of the symptoms in recovery, like the weight gain or bloating, is normal, happens to most people. But exercising or skipping meals or dieting, it's not the answer. It's not gonna help you. And this is just the eating disorder bullshit. So keep on recovering, everything will be fine. So this is what will Elisa say, and maybe by rationally thinking, like if somebody, my best friend, will tell me, I feel so guilty after eating, I feel so fat, I feel so ugly, I feel I need to exercise. Like what would you recommend somebody based on your knowledge about recovery? Yeah, so this kind of exercise helped me to be more rational and think clearly. Yeah, like what is the real answer here? That comes from my heart, from a place of compassion and love and kindness. At the same time, the answer that's realistic. Yeah, so learn how to separate yourself from your eating disorder, and if you can start thinking more clearly and honestly and yeah, like separate, you automatically will feel less guilty, because you understand that those eating disorder thoughts are just bullshit. Like they are the abuser, like they are the abusive thoughts, and you should never listen to the abuser. So yeah, it's gonna be easy to or have like less guilt when you do this separation exercise. So yeah, I hope you like this video. You can leave me your thoughts in the comments below, and see you in the next video. Bye.